What is illegal, but people continue to do openly without consequences? Tell their employees they can't talk about their wages with coworkers. Insider trading. Littering. I see at least 3 red lights run on a daily basis. People driving while on their phone. Politicians accepting bribes. Airband in a lot of places. Use tax. Where I live, if you buy something in another state without sales tax, but bring it back to your home state, you have to send your home state the tax you should have paid if bought locally. Even if it's pants. Let me get right on that. Well, for the past 10 years, open corruption in the Australian government. Media barely addressed it, and when they did, nothing happened or forgot about it. Parking in such a way you don't just have a wheel on the curb, but actively block the whole pavement. A wheelchair-using neighbor gets so fed up of it, and I can't blame her. Pump and dumps, Ponzi schemes, large market manipulation, and fraud. Yet we keep bailing out and supporting the financial institutions that enable, support, and participate in it. I'd like to also add insider trading. On top of that, politicians trading on non-public knowledge should be illegal but isn't. Not using blinkers. Downloading cars. Wage theft on an epic scale. The number of hourly workers getting raw fucked out of the hard-earned wages by shitty bosses is insane. Keep track of your hours worked and validate it against your time card. Celebrities' open drug use. Professional athletes' drug use. Politicians doing shit that would get us arrested. Bribing a politician. Oh, I'm sorry, lobbying. Wage theft almost never gets meaningful consequences. Stealing $1 million from your employees by shorting their hours, doing other intentional labor code, and other violations should be treated precisely as harshly as an employee walking out with the safe with $1 million in it. Politicians insider trading. Holding salmon suspiciously. I bought a $4,000 computer in Oregon and had my company ship it to me in California. I pay plenty of California taxes, so no shame. Driving on the highway 20 km/h above the speed limit. 21 is usually fine, 22 is risky, 23 is looking for trouble. Not sure if this is UK only, but watching TV without a TV license BBC are a bunch of wonkers anyway. Speeding. Urinating in public usually happens near parks of some sort. It's illegal as many if not all countries, but only a few enforce it or watch for it. Cocaine while being rich. Defrauding the ever-loving fuck out of Wall Street. Cruising in the pass-only lane. In Arizona it's only legal to own 2SX toys, but I know plenty of women down here breaking that law. Ignore congressional subpoenas in the US. Fireworks. Sharing people's nudes. Pirating various media, movies, music, games, etc. I've never heard of anybody getting any kind of serious punishment for this. The most I heard was someone being given a notice by their ISP for exceeding the fair use cap on their downloads. Jaywalking. Only very few places are there consequences, such as certain parts of California. But other places, police aren't even allowed to ticket you. Cruising in the overtake lane. Unpaid labor wage theft. Most employers do it, but with such little business oversight or the personal cost to hire a lawyer, most folks are unable to find justice or fair income. Teenagers drinking alcohol, doing drugs, and doing absolute stupid shit. Statutory rape is illegal, but the majority of US states have legal chilly marriages. Look it up. If whoever you vote for is voting against making 18 the minimal marriage age, you are voting for the wrong person. Minnesota made it 18 just a few years ago. A bit late, but happy it was done. Not turning into the closest lane while driving. Not putting a turn signal on when turning into the driveway. Jaywalking, at least in the US. Allowing your dog off leash on public property where it's posted as unlawful. I see it all the time at public parks and boat ramps. Nestle. Littering by throwing cigarette butts out the window. Fucking stop. Lots of churches being openly political the last few years. Underage vaping in high school bathrooms. Littering. Drives me bonkers. It says so much about a person's personality. Similar to not putting away a shopping cart you used. Sodomy. Are politicians both dim and rep? Have sex with children. How do we know? Ghislaine Maxwell was convinced of trafficking children, yet no adults were named as clients. So I guess we are to believe that she sold children for sex, but no one was buying, so they just sat around Epstein's house doing nothing. Weird. Traveling to Thailand to rape underage girls. Sexual harassment. Modify mufflers to make them louder. I think that is not technically illegal, but there are decibel ordinances in most communities, I believe. Fishing hunting without proper license. Aka poaching. Pulling all the way up to the throat of an intersection, blocking the sidewalk crossing. Littering if you're in California. Any theft under $1,000 law. Emotional neglect and abuse of a child. Too many of my friends have parents that insulted them, called them names, and manipulated and gaslight them all through childhood, and all of them are out here as adults acting like it's normal. Carrying a Sharpie. In some places, it's considered an item of graffiti, so therefore it's illegal to carry one around. Fuck animals, there are a ton of porn sites that are full of videos of that. Failing to use turn signal. Smoking weed at least here.